Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Gold Diggers podcast. We are back on the final day of the Premier League season and a lot has happened. Luckily, for some, Arsenal didn't win the league. Manchester City did in the end take all 3 points against West Ham. No matter what Arsenal did, they could not have won the league. Courtesy of Tottenham, actually.
You're very welcome, Joyce.
But before we get into it, we will be talking of all things about our individual teams and how our seasons have gone, as well as building up our best XI of the season. So let's get straight into it. You're joined by me, your host, at Anita by me on all social media platforms, and I'm here with
Shy at Shy Carter.
Teema at Teams_GH.
Lauren at Lauren Coys.
Right, so Arsenal didn't win the league today.
Yes! Sorry.
Love that.
Sorry.
Listen, Arsenal didn't win the league today. I'm not too gassed about it because it just shows how far Arsenal have come.
For yourself.
Hey, I'm speaking for me, innit? It just shows how far Arsenal have come. I'm not going to give Arsenal too much. I'm going to leave it to Teema and Lauren. Look at them. Look at them. Treacherous little twin. But anyway, I'm going to leave it to these two. But before we get into what Teema and Lauren have to say, let's hand over to Shy, man. I don't even have a question for you. Just, how you feeling, bro?
I don't know. Like, I actually don't know what to say. I think I accepted that after we lost to Villa. For me, that was it. When it comes to run-ins against Manchester City, everyone knows you need to be perfect. Like, there's no, I'm going to drop points here, because they're not going to drop points. And it's like, in your heart, it's like, maybe, no, it's not. It was finished. Emery cost us a league title. But to lose the league by 2 points is like, that's one game. Oh, fuck off. Like, sorry. It's one... sorry, the drilling just started
in relation
randomly.
to the drilling.
Sorry. Yeah, it's just like, it's one game. And when you reflect back and you look at our season and you look some of the places that we dropped points, West Ham at home, both Fulham games, both Villa games, I think for me, those are the 5 games where it's like, if you want to win a league title, you can't afford to drop points there. Mm-hmm. And it was like, you beat your quote-unquote title rivals. You beat City at home. You beat Liverpool at home. You go to Anfield. You luckily escape with a draw. That was very lucky of us. You go to the Etihad. I would say it was a defensive performance from Arsenal. And it's like, but with 7 games to go, the league title's still in your hands. Then you lose to Leon Bailey and Ollie Watkins. it just...
My ears.
It's just like, so for me, it's bittersweet, but Arsenal have no one but themselves to blame. That's the reality of the situation. And, there's nothing much I can do. You just have to challenge until you get it right.
So, like, for the majority of the season, you've been talking about Arteta and his decision-making, right? Mm-hmm. And you spoke about Arteta and his future with Arsenal if Arsenal don't win the league. Where do you stand with Arteta right now?
The same place I stood when Emery knocked us out with Villarreal. Like, that's... Again, I'm very... clear. I can be fair. I can give him credit. I can say there's things that he has done well up until this point. But for me, it's like, until you win something, I don't give a shit. 5 years ago.
Okay.
Almost 5 years ago. Like, for me, it has to be... Because for me, when I look at it, right, I saw the other day William Saliba. He's been linked to Real Madrid. He's been linked to Bayern Munich. He's been linked to PSG. How do you keep a defender of that caliber at your club if you're not winning?
Do you think Saliba would go, though? He wouldn't go at this time.
I think for me personally, there's 2 more years with this current squad before we get the Nasri, Cesc Fabregas, Van Persie show all over again.
Yeah.
Because it's like, everyone was saying, Arsenal play fantastic football. They're so close. But then you go, okay, we're so close. We're not doing anything. You look at, for example, Saliba. You look at Camavinga. You look at Tchouaméni. These are people that are close to you in age who are about to play, one, their first Champions League final, some their second league title. And it's like, how do you keep a player interested in your club if you're not winning? Mm. So he needs to win, and he needs to win fast.
Do you guys think Shai's being a bit harsh?
No.
I was talking at Lauren and Teema.
Sorry.
No, I don't think you are. Like, I'm sat here seeing Harry Kane at Bayern Munich because we didn't win. anything. So like I've been through that experience. You cannot keep your best players on the basis of that they love playing for the club and they love playing for the team, because at the end of the day, the most ambitious players and the best players in the world are winners. And if you can't win at the club you're at, then people will just go elsewhere. Like I agree with you. It's everyone. It's Saliba, it's Saka, it's Odegaard, because they're showing that I think there are individual players at Arsenal who are approaching the cusp of being world class, where you think they could play in a Real Madrid or wherever it is. They will get there. And if Arsenal don't deliver any trophies, they will want to play for those clubs.
Teams.
I don't really care, to be honest. But, I mean, I hear it. I hear the frustration, because whilst Arteta gets a lot of credit, this is the second time he's had the league in his hands, and the second time that they haven't. The second time they haven't won the league, and that can be a source of frustration. And I agree in the sense that if they don't win major trophies, because let's be honest, as much as the media blow smoke up Arteta's arse hole, just to be very clear which parts, he's gone trophyless again. And I think when you see, or when you think you supporting a club and they show a lot of potential, but then they don't bring it home with any trophy, a major or minor one, what do you have to show for the supposed progress that Arsenal made?
So what, Loz, would you get rid of Arteta if you were in Shai's shoes?
I can't imagine being an Arsenal fan. So
okay, would you get rid? Okay, Pochettino. Would you have gotten rid of Pochettino at the time that you did? Because I feel like it's kind of similar, but Arteta actually won something. No shade.
I think it's no. But like, I feel like at the time that Poch was sacked at Spurs, we were asking for a rebuild and investment into our squad that was outside of a starting 11. I actually think Arteta's in a very different position, where he's had the time and he's had the investment to really build that squad. It's his decision not to rotate that team. It's his decision to play a lot of those players into the ground. Like, you know, so I don't think Arteta is in the same situation that Poch was in, personally. Do I think Arteta is the guy that's going to lead Arsenal to success? No. So obviously I would like him to stay. But yeah, I don't know. I think he's done a great job, in terms of, like, even I could admit it, and Arsenal are a very, very good team to watch. But what you need and what you see with Pep in crunch time is winners who deliver under pressure. Arsenal today, they very nearly didn't win that game. Like, we're all here like looking at watching City, but Arsenal nearly didn't even do their own job in getting 3 points. And like, we can talk about Everton and, you know, their good defensive record and blah, 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 blah. Everton was still back there in the bottom half.
Facts.
So I look at Arsenal and think, when it is crunch time, what has Arteta delivered?
Do you know, I think the thing with Arsenal is that I don't know whether they believe yet. I don't know whether the team believes that they are there. Like, you see City, right? They don't need any invitation. They know they're good. They know that when it gets to a certain point in March, they're just going to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas Arsenal, there seems to be a hesitancy. I know that you have the song. I know I laugh a lot about the song, The Dog, Arteta, Odegaard and his camera, the huddles, just pretty much everything surrounding the club. But it was brought in to create something, and it wasn't nurtured from success. It was brought in to create an environment to try and get success. So until Arsenal truly believe, Arteta believes, the players believe that they should be on that stage, that they should be challenging City in a way that they can look them eye to eye, and not go to the Etihad and be satisfied with a draw. Go to the Etihad and go toe-to-toe with them, like I've seen Liverpool do. Until that happens, I cannot see Arsenal going over the line.
I find that really funny, though, because in the seasons in which Liverpool challenged Manchester City for the title, they didn't go to the Etihad and win either. But they gave you guys an entertaining game just to come away with the draw. So if the result's the same, what's the difference?
Because with it's Liverpool, in terms of their fans, were disappointed in terms of those results. Arsenal fans and even Arsenal players were quite satisfied with the points.
I personally don't think in a title race, going away to your title rivals and getting a draw has ever been a bad thing. Like,
I think you got to go for the win, though.
You say that, but even when we look back at your greatest coach in your history, he's always said you win at home and you dare not lose away. So I don't understand why we're being shamed. Who has gone in a title race and took 6 points off their title rival as close as that? So then your point is invalid. You have no evidence to support what you're saying right now.
If you picked up two more points,
can you give me the evidence?
You would have won the league.
What you're saying right now.
Did City not get 6 points against you guys last season?
No.
I don't know. I'm asking.
I don't think so. Or did they?
I think they did.
Yeah, they might have.
I think they did.
They won home and away.
Yeah, but we weren't that last season to this season.
You were in the title race.
It's back-to-back title races, let's be honest.
Last season is completely different to this one, but I don't think the City game is the game that cost Arsenal the league. At the end of the day, you're going to the best team in the world, and you could say the approach was negative, but it's like with Arsenal, I don't get what you guys want. We play open, Arsenal are soft, they always get beaten. We lose that game 4-0, that's what you guys are going to come in and say. We go with more defensively sound, it was boring, why didn't you guys try and attack?
No one said it was boring.
I don't care how you took that long. I'm still going to be so...
No, but I'm just saying, like, in general, like, it's like... What do we do? Do we stick or twist?
But what I suppose the question is, there was a reason why Arteta didn't go toe to toe, because he didn't believe that you guys could do that.
But I think going toe to toe with City in any aspect, especially when you play similar football to them, is shooting yourself in the foot. I could openly sit with my two hands up and say Manchester City are a better footballing side than Arsenal Football Club. Going somewhere, like we even saw Real Madrid go to the Etihad and not play their game and come out with a result. So it's not necessarily about, go toe-to-toe with City just to look them in the eye. I think the reason why the Liverpool and City games have been so good over the past as well is because they say style makes fights, right? And Klopp's style of football against Pep's style of football, it's similar to like when it was Conte versus Tuchel. It makes the game, but Arsenal not going to do that. I personally, the way we played at Etihad this season, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I think the hindsight's a wonderful thing, because I think if you hadn't lost at home to Villa, then that performance away at the Etihad becomes because you think, do you know what, you drop points there, but the other games, then you've won them. So like I can see both sides, but I also think when like the thing about Liverpool and even having Klopp there, I think we forget, like, apart from the FA Cup, Arsenal haven't won a trophy in a very long time. So when you talk about fans being ready and up for it and expect success breeds success. Like your mentality changes. Like you guys don't understand it because you've had years upon years and upon years of Chelsea winning something. So like even if you're 11th, you'll still be on your high horse expecting to win. It's different. Like I think Arsenal fans have gone a very long time without winning anything. So to actually think, I'm going to go to the Etihad, I'm going to go and beat the treble winners. That's a different mentality.
But I think it's one you have to have. That's
why he just if Arteta's smart, go and win an FA Cup again.
Yeah.
Or go and win, go and breed that culture of winning, because if you always go for the league or the Champions League and then you also don't win them, it's season after season after season of not winning anything.
I don't disagree with that, but I think that's another criticism I have on Arteta. He's a one competition coach.
Which competition?
God knows. But what I mean by that is that in his tenure, I haven't seen Arsenal play well on all fronts. Even if it's like not going to the final and winning. I'm just talking about being in, let's say if we're in the FA Cup, we're in the Champions League, in the Premier League. Only one of those competitions will you get a good performance, and the rest of it is like, meh. Even when you look at Arsenal, since we won the FA Cup, when's the last time we got to a quarter or a semi-final after that? And that's supposed to be quote-unquote our competition. But it's like he doesn't go very far. And I think that's another challenge for him next season. You can't do all of this haul over the squad. You're getting every single player you ask for. You're getting the money that no Arsenal manager has had in the past. And you used in what would this be, year 5 of your Arsenal tenure, you can't compete on more than one front. Because even if Arsenal lost the league today and you took the FA Cup final seriously, as the fans, you still have Wembley to look forward to next weekend.
That's
so
true.
as much as it might be underwhelming because it doesn't compare to a Premier League title, you still give the fans the opportunity to see their team win a trophy. And then all the hard work that you're getting praised for, rightly so, he does deserve praise to a certain degree, it then has something to go with it. It might be small, but you can show something. You haven't won a trophy with your own squad. The squad that you won a trophy with belongs to Unai Emery. We had Callum Chambers, Lacazette, Aubameyang, Mustafi, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Kieran Tierney, Martinez. These were all players that Unai Emery left at this club. Now you've put your stamp on the club. What are you gonna bring us? I'm tired, bro.
Because even Klopp, like the last kind of like few seasons where obviously they got their Champions League, they got their league win, then Klopp started winning the domestic cups again, because then it gives people something to celebrate. Even Ten Hag is clinging on to his job on the basis of his domestic cup performances.
Yeah, I think you made a good point about the cups, because it does seem like Arteta sacrificed them in order to go.
I think that's what fans tell themselves for the excuse of his performances. Like, I just think.
If you don't,
I remember we went out in the Europa League, and people were talking about, when you see Arsenal in the Champions League next season, Arteta will never make these decisions. Like, people tell themselves things to make themselves feel better about it. It's just not good enough. Your cup record as Arsenal manager is not good enough. It needs improving.
Do you think next season he should be under a lot more pressure to deliver?
I honestly think you don't give him a contract unless he wins a trophy. That's where I stand with it. Because he has one more season left on his current
contract.
It hasn't officially been announced. Apparently, it's in the works. If it does get announced, then that's concave. Like, what can I do? But if I'm in charge and we're in that boardroom going into summer, if you don't win a trophy, that's it.
But what about the kind of the club morale?
I don't care.
Okay, so moving on.
I'm sorry, I don't care about moral. I don't care anymore. I don't care.
The morale of the players,
it's music to our ears, man. The
My
drive
defender
here.
is gonna go to Real Madrid. Like, I don't care. Bring the trophy so we can keep our players.
What's that song?
Do shame about the Arsenal. Do
I've never heard the song before. Is this what Tottenham fans sing?
Yeah, that's what we sing. It's one of our faves, man. Yeah, man. And even today, like the drive here. Do you know how many Arsenal shirts I saw? Oh God, it felt good.
When I saw Kai Havertz crying, I was like, inject that. When I saw Saka look dejected, I was like, he limped away from the game and limped away from this season, like his club.
Teema!
When I saw Odegaard bent over, I was like, someone bring out the camera. I loved every second of it.
Sorry,
and the thing is, like,
this is what City. Well, congratulations, Joyce. Whoever said congratulations.
Congratulations. And the thing is, like, I sort of feel like, I know we're going to move on in a minute, but I sort of feel like City slightly get disrespected. I said it before on the pod. I think it's incredible to do 4 in a row.
It's not hard when you're cheating.
You're so bitter, man. Come on.
This is my point. Like, Arsenal get babied so much.
No,
like,
we don't.
The Premier League, oh my gosh, congratulations. We're so proud of you. You went
Who
all
said
the way
that?
to the last day. The Premier League. The
When?
Premier League tweeted that. Big Premier League.
I didn't see the tweet. Did
I
you actually tweet it?
The admin clearly
The
lives in
admin.
Essex.
even Jamie Redknapp was like, oh, they done a terrific job. They came second, bro. Like,
But
second.
They did do a terrific
Who
job.
cares?
But when we look back in the history books, no
No
one's
one's
going to
gonna care,
remember.
man.
And that's
I'm
the
sorry.
That's like Ella at the 99 points.
We're not going to remember. Only the fan base that supports the club that came second.
I don't
is gonna
even think
remember.
we will. I personally don't think we take our second place trophies like how Liverpool fans wear them with honour. Like, we'll get over it and we want the trophy. That's it.
Okay, so speaking of Man City having their 4P, there is the question of, obviously, the German league has made their statements about being called a farmers league, blah, 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 blah. There is a question of, is this turning into a farmers league the way City keep running away with it season after season? So let's face it, this season wasn't City's best at all. I don't even think in the last 4 seasons this was their best. I think it was probably the worst.
I would say I would describe it, and it's how I would describe Chelsea women as well. It's the season where they've been the most vulnerable to giving up that title. It wasn't necessarily, I think, horrendous form or horrendous result, but like this was the season that if you were going to take this title off City, it would have been this season.
That's what you guys said last season, though.
Bro, like I just feel like season after season, City look more and more vulnerable. Like,
but then maybe that means it's not Farmers and the gap is being closed.
And is it really though? Because even when Arsenal, no offense, but Arsenal were at their best this season, I will stand on it. I don't care.
Still didn't win.
I don't think we are at our best.
I will stand on it, right? Because I mentioned it a couple weeks
Shy,
ago.
be for real, man.
You guys improved your team. You got resources in the summer.
What was it that Arteta said that they made? It's history this season anyway. So
Yeah,
regardless.
it's history.
Exactly.
Didn't you win more games than Invincibles?
Yeah, that's the
What's your
history that he
point?
was talking about.
Have you ever gone invincible?
Wait,
Please.
Shout out by Leverkusen if we're talking about Invincibles. Man.
So I'll shout Juventus out too.
You're right.
I'm fine.
Okay.
You know what I'm imagining? Like Julie pausing it.
yeah.
Or
She used to
something.
go mad. Julie,
I don't-
Jules.
Big up Jules. But speaking of the Farmers League, going back to that, season after season, City have gotten worse and worse, in my opinion, but they're still looking 2 steps better than everybody else, if that makes sense. So 2 steps better than Arsenal, even though Arsenal were at their best. Liverpool, obviously, they capitulated, and we gonna talk about that. Ella, you didn't put your name down, or where is she? She out the country or something?
Yeah, she's
Leaving out the country. But anyway, we're gonna talk about
Okay.
Liverpool's capitulation.
If Liverpool
But
was still there, but she would have delayed that flight.
she would have delayed. She would be here. She would be here.
She's tweeted they're winning the league. Actually, we actually need to talk about because you guys cooked me when I said that she said
No,
it.
but I come on. I
No,
went
not
in.
you
No,
guys.
no,
These
because I
two,
saw it at the
they
time.
were like,
I
we
took a
had to get
screenshot.
out of her. And I was
I
like,
knew she'd delete it. So I screenshot.
I went and found that man. Because I was like, there's no way they're gonna do my girl like sorry like that.
I was so disappointed in her. I couldn't believe she
I
did
knew
that.
she said it. I knew she said it. I knew
Hey,
it.
public apology, man. Apologies for that, bro.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, man. Ella,
Apologies
bro.
in it, man. Yeah.
Man, she deleted it before I woke up, you know.
I have to screenshot. If you want to screenshot, I can share it.
Well, cool. Let's move on to Liverpool and the season that they've had. Okay, they started off pretty shaky. Then they had a really good run of form throughout the middle. Mohamed Salah was still nowhere to be seen, in my opinion, and I will stand on it again. And then towards the end, they capitulated a little bit,
a little bit.
a lot. Considering this was Klopp's leaving season, and they were meant to they won the Carabao Cup, they were looking to win the FA Cup, Trent was like 1 down, 3 to go, blah, blah, blah. How would you rate their season? What are you laughing?
I think they've had better seasons. I mean, just from a Klopp point of view, outstanding coach, and I feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for Liverpool players or the fans, but I feel sorry for him because I think he deserves more from his Liverpool tenure, especially all that they've put in. And maybe before Mane and Firmino left, you could defo say that, 3 Champions League finals, 1 Champions League, 3 Premier League title races, 1 Premier League, and then a couple of domestic cups. We could be looking back at Klopp's legacy in the Prem and call it one of the best 9-year stints we've possibly seen. But, no, we could have if he had achieved a bit more.
Okay, yeah.
But for Liverpool as a club, though, hey, that's what happens when Darwin Núñez is your striker. That's the way their season went. It's exactly what happens. There's countless games this season that Liverpool could have won if Núñez knew how to find the back of the net. And I think to come from a gene pool of Diego Forlan and Luis Suarez and Edison Cavani to end up at Darwin Núñez is a damn shame for Uruguay.
She said not just Liverpool are finished. Uruguay.
No, because there's Copa America this summer
Yeah,
as well,
no,
so I'm
true,
going to be seeing what he does. And it's just like, even for me though, Salah, he went quiet after
very quiet after.
AFCON, his injury, and it was just like, I don't know. I think maybe it proves that Jota might be one of the most important players in that forward line, because when he was back, Liverpool got back to winning.
And then he got
Jota's
injured
very,
again.
very good in front of goal, and then he got injured again. But I also think the point of when I said Liverpool are riding their luck, they're not performing very well, but they're getting results. And them finishing third is a matter of their performances catching up with them, in my opinion, despite all the injuries, because those are excuses, as I was told.
What about you, Tims? You often speak about Klopp's
You don't like it.
goodbye parade.
Yeah, you don't like it.
I've seen that. Like, that man is such the worst loser I've ever seen. Like, when he loses, he's so bitter. So for me, him leaving, I wasn't crying. I thought it was pathetic, to be honest. I thought it was all... Why are you crying, man?
Pathetic?
No, but she said this before. She hates it when people cry.
Did you cry when Jose left Chelsea?
No, because when Thiago Silva was crying about the thingy, you're like, oh,
No, I
but
welled
Thiago's
up. I welled up,
crying.
but I held firm. Because I remembered who I am.
She said the titties
Said,
are
"Hold
drunk."
on."
I remember who my grandparents were, and I couldn't let that drop. No, like I think obviously for Liverpool, he dragged them out of the darkness and made them somebody again, like a club that they used to be, and probably nostalgia in terms of where they were in the 80s. He made certain players like Van Dijk, Alisson, Trent, Salah, Firmino, Mane, that kind of, and he brought them to become much more of a central figure in the Premier League. They were on the outskirts, let's be honest, for a while, other than that Istanbul night. But I mean, did Salah cry?
What? I
Today.
didn't watch it.
No,
Who was
sorry,
watching
I had
Liverpool?
4 screens.
No one watched Liverpool.
Liverpool's not one of
Yeah,
them.
man.
Sorry, sorry.
Yeah,
They wouldn't have
man.
been on telly if Klopp wasn't leaving anyway. So
Bro.
the
I
game
think-
had no relevance.
I think the thing about their performances this season, they went a goal down quite a lot in their games. And I always thought that I was going to catch up with them. A bit later than I thought, to be honest, because I thought that would be pre-Christmas. But obviously post-Christmas, pretty much from the second half of that Manchester United game, they have not been the same.
Yeah, I think
That league
it was
game-
the
that
mental. It
game
was the
was
me- yeah, it was the
traumatizing
mental.
for them,
It's
boys.
the mental capitulation.
They have just not really recovered from that. And I'm glad that Klopp didn't get, because imagine if they won the league, how...
We'd never hear the end of it.
Yeah, it would have been... But I mean, hopefully he rests in Marbella or wherever he's going.
I found a picture of Mo Salah apparently holding back the tears.
He was crying for a different reason.
Okay.
Does anyone think Trent was crying because he's leaving?
No.
I was Trent crying too.
Yeah.
Why are they all bawling?
I think Trent might be going to Real Madrid.
VVD? He's got
cares?
1 year. He's got
It depends how much money they sink
He's
into
got 1
that
year
Mbappe
left.
contract.
Sorry, Van Dijk's only got 1 year left.
Those are the masters of cooking the books. They cook the books so well you don't even know the books are being cooked.
Real Madrid run football, man. They never get clocked.
Yeah, to be fair, I think, do you know what, with Liverpool, I just think they overperformed massively.
No, I'm not having that.
No, I because I think when we this time last year, when we were talking about the what they actually needed, they needed a whole entire midfield.
Yeah,
they'd
did.
lost their attacking power. Van Dijk was always there defending by himself. So I do think that there was a lot of work that still needs to be done on that Liverpool squad.
You're not having it.
No, I'm not having it. What is this?
No, but it's true. It's true. Like at the end of the
They needed work. They got midfielders in though. They bought McAllister.
Yeah, but
not
Szoboszlai
okay.
hasn't been, apart from McAllister, that he's been the only consistent one.
They were comparing Szoboszlai to Odegaard and Madison when the season started,
Steven
and then he
Gerrard.
fell
And
off a
Steven
cliff.
Gerrard.
All he done was post nice pictures, and all of a sudden, we need more. No, I'm not having it. I'm actually not having it.
If you let me finish, apart from McAllister, he's been the only midfielder out of which they bought in terms of that rebuild who's actually been consistent. So I just genuinely, I just think their form or whatever it is, whether it was tiredness, multiple competitions, it caught up with them, and they didn't have the quality. They didn't have the quality to sustain the consistency that you need to win the league.
And they misplayed their asthma pumps because
Oh, for God's sake.
obviously, it's been consistently around.
Pumping.
Yeah.
but it's even people like Trent and Robertson, who have notoriously been robust, and I think they're symbols of that Klopp team when we imagine it is peak, the full, but them two just flying up and down. They've been injured this season as well, so I just think they strayed way too far away from their starting 11, and they don't have the squad. They didn't have the squad to do it in multiple competitions.
Respectfully, Lauren, bullshit. respectfully though. Because because I don't understand why Liverpool get all this sympathy.
It's not sympathy,
They have
it's an
injuries.
explanation.
They have this. They have that. We don't care, bro. They have enough players. Van Dijk, best centre back the Premier League has ever seen. Trent, best right back the Premier League has ever seen. Salah, best winger in Premier League history. They had Jota. Liverpool fans still believe that Darwin Núñez was a good striker. He's not even better than Nicholas Jackson. So if you have all these players, they believed in Diaz, they believed in Szoboszlai, you're right in a point where you could say it didn't work out. But they believed in the players that they signed. Yeah, but if you don't have belief in your signings, then what can you do as a fan? Yeah, but I think then I think that takes away from them overperforming because they believed these players were enough to push them. You had Ella out here tweeting, "We're gonna win the league." Now all of a sudden, we overperformed by finishing third. No.
I don't think they overperformed by finishing third. I think they overperformed by being in that title race for as long as they were. That's where the overperformance was, because I think if we sat here at the start of the season and would have made a prediction, do we think Liverpool would be in the title race? I don't think any of us would have said.
I actually said that Liverpool were going to surprise people this season.
In which
Just
way?
me and Teema.
in a good way.
Just me and Teema. But anyway, Jurgen Klopp, final game of the season. Is the Premier League going to miss him?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did they win?
Yeah, they won 2-0.
Yeah. What's wrong with you, Teema?
I think they will, because I think at the end of the day, City's dominance and Pep's dominance. If Klopp is the only manager, I think,
to really
realistically that has been able to go toe to toe.
Yeah,
and also then not just go toe to toe, but to actually take some trophies away from that City team and break the dominance that we are now seeing. So I think I personally. I can't wait because because you're looking and thinking that top four's looking tight. Some people have to drop out, so hopefully Arne Slot makes a bad start. But like credit to Klopp,
You guys ain't getting that though.
Pardon?
You lot ain't making top 4 next season.
No, I would expect so. Yeah, but I think from a style of football and the way that Klopp played,
sorry, what was that interaction?
No, I said Tottenham are not making top 4 next season.
And you said?
Oh, I thought you said not. I said, I would expect us to make top 4 next season.
Oh, that's why
I would expect us to improve by at least one place. Yes, we've missed out on the top 4 by 2 points. But anyways, why are we talking about next season? We're trying to talk about Klopp.
Chelsea finished above you next season.
Okay.
She's trying to throw you off. Don't look at her demonic gloves.
Yeah, that's fine. Should I have the league titles and let you settle with that? That's fine. But yeah, I think
Lauren,
in terms
I
of
one before you.
Okay, thank you. Finishing my sentence. In terms of watching Klopp's style of play and the identity of that football team has been very, very good to watch over the years. So yeah.
No Mane, no party, man. That is proven. Like,
I don't even think it's just Mane, Firmino, and dare I said it, Hendo.
And Genie. I think them replacing. Do you know what it is for me? Klopp changed his style. He's never had the luxury midfielder Thiago type. He needs runners in midfield. That's his type.
He's leaving.
He's also played his last game for Liverpool this
they were all
season. I don't know if we've seen
him.
him 50 times.
They were crying and hugging
come
him.
off the bench, or
Nobody watched the game.
We don't know. I literally just 2 seconds ago I was on Twitter just looking through what the news that came out about them. I don't know.
I think him changing that, replacing Genie with Thiago, it didn't look like it made any sense in the end.
Hindsight, man.
Because I don't think they expected Fabinho to fall off a cliff in the way that he did.
Did you see the way they ran his calf muscles to the ground?
Yeah, but I think they thought that Fabinho would be there to next to Thiago, but he had to be shipped out.
Even
he fell off a cliff, man.
Thiago falling off a cliff as well was not expected, because that man, I don't even think he's played up to 50 games for Liverpool.
He's always had that injury.
Yeah.
If you look at Thiago's injury record,
it's just
like on transfer market, you have to go.
No, but when we talk about Rodri, Fabinho
was
was at that level in that peak of that Liverpool team. Like, you couldn't pass Fabinho.
Yeah.
So I think they signed Thiago because he's a nice ball player, but you were never going to get 38 games a season.
Not even 25.
Yeah, man.
You even get 15.
Yeah, 15.
It was really bad. It's
Yeah.
really bad. But cool. Peace out to Klopp, man. Rest in piss. I'm not going to say rest in piss, but
He's not dying.
He's not dead.
the team.
Whatever you do next, Klopp, we wish you best of luck. That's better.
In Marbella.
Who said that?
In Marbella, was he not joking?
He's retiring now.
He said he might not come back. He alluded to it, but I don't know. You never know with managers. I
think he should retire.
He's young. He's 56.
He looks like he's going through it. Like,
yeah,
I
but
think he needs a
doesn't
break.
mean
Yeah, maybe
retired.
he
That just
needs
means
a
an extended break. And I feel like
fine. I'm sure he'll
with
go back.
everything that we know that
Go back to
happened in his
Turkey, he'll
personal
come back looking
life,
a bit younger, fresher.
He's
Go
got
back to
everything that
Solomon.
happened in his personal life, I just think he should welcome the break.
Yeah, have a
I
break.
think he
personal
should
though.
retire.
Yeah, like he lost his mum and couldn't go to the funeral.
Oh,
COVID,
yeah,
all these
yeah,
things.
Like I think from COVID onwards, it was just a bit like, rah, you're going through so much, just on a human level. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't hear from him again. But if we do, good luck.
He's
to
got
him.
Instagram now anyway, so at least the Liverpool fans can
That's
enjoy
like when
it. Follow him.
It's like when Thomas Tuchel made Twitter and Instagram. We heard from Thomas Tuchel one time and we didn't hear from him again.
I think he's got a house in Marbella, hasn't he? That he's been doing up. So.
Oh, is that why you keep
Jurgen?
mentioning Marbella? Oh.
He's going to go there, live there with his wife for a bit. I think we will see Klopp again, but I think international football, not club.
I would love for him to coach Germany. I would.
He needs to come to England. We need to get rid of Waistcoat.
Stop saying things that
thought
are
you
not going to
Ghanaian.
happen.
Huh? I'm Ghanaian.
So you claim in England and Ghana?
No, I don't claim England.
But okay.
Anyway,
I just don't like Southgate, man. Just let me run my agendas, man.
moving on. So Chelsea secured, well, 6th place. They haven't secured Europa League yet, but they secured 6th place. Teams, talk to me, honey. How are you feeling about that? Considering
Segal, if you're listening now, I would skip forward.
No, Segal,
maybe
stay right here.
5 minutes.
Considering a couple months ago we were sitting in the bottom half of the table, let's talk about the progress of Chelsea and how far they've come.
I also sat here a couple of weeks ago and I said if Chelsea finished 6th, it's a sad indictment for the Premier League, and I stand by that. We've had a very interesting season.
That sigh, I felt it.
I've not enjoyed the season as a Chelsea fan because I don't enjoy not. If it was last season, at least I know that Chelsea are not going to win. I don't enjoy going into matches and not thinking which Chelsea are going to turn up. They've done well to pull it back somehow. They've done well because we was very much mid-table for a lot of the season. But it doesn't make up for the fact that we should have won the Carabao Cup. We spent so much money in the summer. 6th is literally the bare minimum. And I don't think it's something that I sit here and think, yeah, let me celebrate. It's okay, I'll take it. And that's pretty much it.
Do you know, I think maybe it's because expectations as a Chelsea fan, you don't expect to celebrate a 6th place anyway. But for me, looking back at where we landed last season in 12th place, and then
But did you finish all of them? That's all I can think of. But yeah.
looking at where we landed last season in 12th place and where we've landed this season, considering the managerial change, considering how many players we did bring in. And I feel like towards the end of this season, let's say from around March times, Chelsea finally found their form a little bit and the individual brilliance was starting to show. So Cole Palmer took things by the scruff of the neck. By the scruff of the neck. Noni
It's like Faye's in the room.
Hey, I've got videos of Faye. I'm going to show you the videos of Faye after. Noni Madueke, he also proved himself to become a starter in the Chelsea team. Raheem Sterling, obviously he dropped off a little bit, but he still started to show his brilliance towards the latter stages of the season as well. And it's like everyone brought their individual brilliance and brought us to 6th place, which kind of just proves that with a competent manager, maybe next season.
Poch is staying though.
It's not
I'm
100%.
just saying.
It's not 100% that he's down.
I'm
Is
just
that
saying,
in your
with a competent
reality?
manager,
No,
whether
I
it's
think-
Poch or not, if Pochettino can figure things out with this Chelsea team and becomes that competent manager, Chelsea can take it a step forward and get to that Champions League.
Yeah, I think, for sure. There are definitely signs of life in that Chelsea squad. And there are players that have really stepped up and come to form. One of them is Cucurella, who I think looks like a caveman and also behaved like a caveman for a large part of the season. But in the last, I would say, 10 games, he's really shown his value to this squad. I would say Caicedo has looked better and better every time he puts on a Chelsea shirt. Obviously, an incredible goal that he scored today, but you can really see the potential in that signing. And Nkunku obviously has been out for large parts of the season. Obviously, he got his goal, not this game against Brighton, but you can kind of see it. And yes, I think with a competent manager. However, I look at the managerial market and I think to myself, do I want Dennis the Menace from Brighton? No, I do not.
Isn't he going to Bayern Munich apparently?
No.
No, he's not.
Okay.
Tuchel's not coming back. It's a bit...
Is that certain?
Can I ask you guys a question now? Enzo Fernandez, do you think your good run of form coincided with him being injured?
Can you ask that question after we finish talking about the managers, please?
Oh, I thought you were done. My bad.
She was mid-sentence.
No, she was finished.
That's fine. That's fine.
Were you finished or not?
I was finished.
Exactly.
I was finished. But I can answer the question. It's fine. I don't have no problem. I think this whole idea about I don't like to pinpoint Enzo Fernandez as a reason why Chelsea weren't performing well, because I've seen what Enzo Fernandez can do. Like let's not act like he didn't play decently last season. And sorry, Anita's put me off.
Oh, sorry.
He played decently last season, and I just think tactically Poch just hasn't got it right with him. Like a lot of players, he hasn't for 3/4 of the season.
And that's where the issue coincides with Pochettino.
But who do you replace him with?
That's the thing. I'm not saying I want him gone. I'm not saying I wanted him replaced. I'm just saying he needs to figure it out with this team because, again, the individual brilliance brought us to 6th. Individual brilliance plus managerial brilliance can bring us you know, I'm not going to say something I don't want to say.
You ain't winning the league.
I'm not saying that we're winning the league.
No one's
saying that.
So where's it going to bring you then? Champions League?
If those that get it, get it. Do you know what I mean?
Why are you scared to say it? Tell the camera. Don't be shy. They're talking in code.
Obviously, Teema, you get it.
I get
We
it.
know,
We
what they're saying.
But they don't want to admit on camera.
They got back to 6
Boy.
and the delusion is back.
Anyway.
Then continue.
Anyway.
Like Chelsea are finishing above you though.
How many times would
Anyway.
you like to say it?
I
I heard you the last time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can we call out Segal though?
Go ahead.
He sat in this seat, cackling.
This one right here.
Oh, sorry, that one. Cackling, hackling, talking about us being 11th when we was actually finished 12th. So let me just get that. You were cackling and hackling about us being above us. Life comes at you fast. You and Mason Mount and Mason Mount's dad, I really hope that you like looking up at Chelsea, because let that be a lesson to you and any other fans that think that thought it was going to be funny. The only person, to be fair, and I pay her all the respect, is Shy. Shy sat on that couch and said that Chelsea would finish above Manchester United. So said, so done. Manchester United are an absolute disgrace. I hope you get absolutely wiped the floor with by Man City in the FA Cup final. I hope you keep eggheads, and I hope the roof collapses on your stadium. Thank you very much.
Doesn't need much, just one more rainstorm and they're finished.
Without fans in there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Cool, sorry.
Okay.
I meant over the summer, obviously, when they're not playing.
Speaking of United, they finished in 8th. Considering how much money they spent over Erik ten Hag's tenure, is this enough? Considering that they finished in 3rd place last season as well, they were in the Champions League. They got kicked out of the Champions League in the group stages, mind you.
They finished bottom.
They finished bottom. They didn't even get to Europa. Is this enough? And obviously you said Ten Hag should stay. Well, Egghead should stay. But surely they have to get rid of him at the end of the season. Surely.
I think it would be... I think if Ineos coming in, and if they do not get rid of Ten Hag, I don't understand how they can look that fan base in the eye and say that we're trying to raise the standards, because like you know, and I don't even think it's gonna like harping back to, you know, the United glory days under Ferguson, because that's been and gone, and that was a long time ago. Everybody's moved on now from that era, but I just think how is it acceptable? And the thing is, I think there are like United fans who are also fans of the women's team and they're also in a similar predicament. Like how can the standards go so far back? And that's considered to be acceptable, because I actually don't think, like, okay, granted, Ten Hag has had a lot of injuries to deal with, but at the same time, when you watch United, there's no style of football. There are no patterns of play. There doesn't look like to be any combinations or relationships on the pitch. And I think, yes, that like you can have injuries, but when you look at United, I look for what has he achieved? Like what? Like what? Like no, but like what are they going to do next season? I think they have no identity.
But I also look at their squad and how many managers have they seen off? Dalio, whatever his name is.
Dallo!
It's your dog me a day.
Bro, do you know she said Dalio last time as well? Dallo!
Anyway, Dallo. How many managers has he had as a Manchester United player?
God knows.
How many managers has Wan-Bissaka had as a Manchester
He's
United
leaving
player?
now, Wan-Bissaka.
Is he?
Shout out Audrey.
Yeah, but these players are not good enough. Like at the end of the day, like if they want to go back and compete at the top end of the league, your Dallos and your Wan-Bissakas are not good enough. But equally, it's not as if Ten Hag hasn't had any investment. If you keep wasting your money and buying players who are not good, then like at the end of the day,
it's for me.
It's just not good enough.
I'm so happy. I hate Manchester United with everything in my heart. And their fans just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. How can you go from 3rd to 8th? Like you went down. You didn't even go Europa.
5 places.
You're sitting with Crystal Palace and Brighton. There's not the 2 teams below you, and it's just like
and those
for
teams
me.
will go past them. But no, because when you look at Palace and like this
Palace beat them how much?
Yeah, Oliver Glasner, and like the way that they're playing really quickly with still the same players that Roy Hodgson had, you look and think it's not safe. If Ten Hag's here next year and he keeps wasting the money,
Palace won't have Elise then, man.
They won't have Elise, and I don't think they'll have Eze either.
Yeah, man. Them two are going this summer.
Where's Eze going?
Eze can go anywhere he wants to.
We got rid of him. We told him he was too small.
Elise though.
I think he's going to
I want
United.
Kudus, to be honest. If I take anyone,
Leave
yeah.
my Ghanaian king where he is. man.
I know Pip's gonna be listening
Get
to
rid
this
of
like
one
Kudus.
You've already had Declan. But no, back to United. I just think it's nothing short of a disgrace, and I'm so happy. Like in all honesty, their fans are the most. They talk the most. Like they talk and talk and talk
To you.
and talk. Not Moyo, but they talk too much, and it's like, why are you 8th? You're not even in Europe next season. Who
you
really and
never know.
truly
they could
win the FA
qualify
Cup.
next week if they win the FA Cup.
Please.
Damn strong.
Let's be serious here. Man City are probably going to be 1-0 up in the first 10 minutes of the game. Just like when they had to stop City from winning the treble and they put the ball in the back of the net in the first minute. But no, like for United, for me, that aura of being Manchester United, how long does that last when it comes to your transfer windows? Like we're on the 10th transfer window. Post 10, 11, 12? When did last one leave? 2012?
13 actually.
2013. Okay, so on 11 years. And it's
God
like,
damn.
again, we've seen what they do. If they can't get it, they'll overpay and then they end up with players like Anthony. How does Ineos build something with Ten Hag at the helm?
They have to strip it all down.
Yeah, it's the
Take Ten
structures,
Hag
but
out of it.
It's the
Fry
structures
him.
behind the league. But like, because when you just said that, I'm thinking, but who have Man United actually competed for and lost? That's then they've decided that they've actually thought, I'd rather go to Liverpool, or whatever it is.
Bro.
Their actual scouting ID and the players they're going after. These players are actually not.
think
not
the
like
only
this.
one
Has to
was-
strip it all down and break it all apart and rebuild from the inside.
The only one was Martinez, but I think Martinez went because Ten Hag was the coach. He should have played left back at Arsenal. You would have been much happier, but you decided to go be centre back.
It's not like they were in for. Like when you think about the players that came up for grabs like last summer or whatever, and they were moving between Premier League clubs, players who are very, very good players. Please, I'm tired of hearing. Honestly, I just really wish the likes of Mount and all of that. I wish they went abroad so we don't have to see them every week and you lot in the chat.
Do you think they get Elise?
Elise?
They get Elise in the summer.
I think so, because Elise is a Man United fan, isn't he?
What does that mean?
He grew up as a Manchester United fan. And he favours a move there. That's what I've heard.
I think that's very silly.
If someone
though.
else- if
I
someone
think that's
else
killing
can
your
afford
career.
them, then-
Honestly, I think going to Manchester United any time in the next 2 years is killing your career.
But the thing is, it could either kill your career or it can boost your career to a new level. Because imagine being the player that goes to Man United and saves that team. Imagine. I'm not saying that it's not stupid to think it, but if as a fan you'd want to do that, the possibility is.
If I'm Manchester United and I know my right wing is a problem, why would I go and spend 70, 80 million on a player that's not even going to give me more than 25 league games?
Who?
Elise.
Oh,
like Elise
also
for
think when you look
me
at
is go. You can go play for Arsenal, go play for Liverpool, where the burden to play every single game, you can actually be a rotational option in one of those top teams. Please, Elise will get injured after the third game, and then they'll be in exactly the same
young players
issue.
going to United, right? Again, could be a Ten Hag issue. Probably won't be an issue if they do sack him. You look at Diallo, who they bought from Atalanta for 40 million.
Is that how much Diallo cost?
No.
Diallo.
Huh?
Ahmad
Diallo.
Oh, Ahmad. Sorry.
That's what when she said Diallo, I looked at Teema
I don't know.
if she meant Diallo.
Have we got another mispronunciation?
No. I think I said his name right.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's his name.
Ahmad. Okay.
Yeah, so they paid 40 million, which I think...
They paid 40 million for him.
Yeah.
You didn't know?
No, I didn't know. I don't know where they got him from.
They paid
40 million.
They paid premium for him. And when you look at...
And he's been on loan. Not playing.
Yeah, guys, why are you shocked? I thought everyone knew
No,
this.
but actually looks
No, I didn't.
I looked at Teema's
I didn't know. I didn't. He cost 40
I thought it was a
million.
youngster. I thought it was 10 million.
I thought they found him out of some academy system. He was coming to the end of his
they
contract.
bought him from Italy.
$1 million.
The season they bought him for a lot of money from, I think it was Atalanta.
Was he the one at Sunderland?
Stop it.
Yeah, so...
I can't.
Guys,
they spent 40 million.
Let's get back on track. So when you look at, if you're a youngster, right, and you look at...
No, I can't actually can't.
Guys, please.
Sorry.
Wow. When you look at youngsters like Diallo, who they bought, in my opinion, what was a premium price at the time, and he's only really sort of burst into the team when Ten Hag's on his last legs. As a youngster, when you look at that, when you look at the career path of Sancho, who before coming to United was one of Europe's best players, right?
At least he was worth that fee.
And you look at the trajectory of those two, and you look at you being kept out of the team by Anthony. It's just like, do I really want to go here for my career? And I don't think a lot of players do at this moment in time. And we are Manchester United. It's not saving you anymore.
It doesn't bang like it used to. All right, just for time's sake, yeah. Man United, 8th. They could get Europe. They might not get Europe. Depends if they beat Manchester City in the FA Cup. Their season has been a tragedy. I'm guessing we can all agree on that. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to Tottenham's season. You guys started off really, really well. Ange ball was pumping. Then I think it was against Chelsea where things took a little bit of a twist. She said, wah, wah, wah.
What is he even saying?
What? Are you alright? If you're listening, Shai's having a hysteric fit.
Do you remember?
Put some mic to your mouth, please.
No, come on. Sorry. I'm not laughing. No, because I got in trouble for laughing that day, man. Let me just...
Van de Ven popped his hamstring.
I know what I said. I can't repeat.
Injury is hilarious.
Wait, what did she say?
It's not the injury. It's what she said.
So we were talking about Nicholas Jackson. And I said, "Oh, he couldn't do it." Like I was like something like his hamstring, and then
what do you mean something like his hamstring?
Because I can't remember what I was talking.
We'll bring up the
That's really
clip.
hilarious. Please tell us, Shai. Enlighten us.
Shai can't breathe. What the hell? Do you know what? I think I remember, but I don't remember what you said. I just remember it was hilarious.
Sorry, Lauren. Go on.
It wasn't me that was speaking. It was Anita.
No, it was you. You're talking.
No, you were talking about the Chelsea game. I wasn't talking about the Chelsea game.
Oh, sorry. I was leading up to you to talk, but then Shai burst out laughing.
Sorry.
So yeah, okay. It seems that after the Chelsea game, things took a little bit of a turn. But for you, how are you rating your season? And obviously finishing 5th. You guys could have finished 4th, but obviously Arsenal couldn't win the league. So
Yeah.
whether or not measures were taken into your own hands, we don't know. We're not gonna speculate. But tell me.
What? I'm the 5th. I'll take 5th. Coming from where we were last season, 8th. Then on the first day of the season, I remember I was on the beach and they said the Harry Kane thing had been accepted. If someone would have said on that day, like, you'll get 5th place, knowing that we weren't going to replace Kane, I would have taken it. I enjoy watching my team again. Like, genuinely, like, it feels like it's been so long since I've enjoyed, like, actually watching my team. I think for, obviously, Ange, new manager, new to the league, our squad needs surgery. Like, I've said it the whole season, like, when we stray too far away from our starting 11, it looks sticky. And we had a spell where we had really bad injuries. We lost our way. We've been inconsistent in most of this calendar year, to be honest. Obviously, top 4 was in our hands. We lost 4 games in a row, and we threw it away. But at the end of the day, like, the top 4 is not a trophy. And I look at our team and think, we wouldn't do anything in the Champions League anyway. So
that's an honest assessment.
Yeah, like, I think, like, a season in the Europa League, more investment into the squad. Like, I look and think, I've got a manager where I'm excited to see what he's going to do next with the team, where I actually believe in his ideas. I think the last couple of games as well, we've seen some tactical tweaks. Like, watching us in that City game was the best that we played in ages. It was just like a couple of errors, and obviously we lost, and also was not sad to lose that game at all. But
do you know what's crazy about that game? Yeah, obviously, I'm not saying that the players tanked it at all. I'm not saying that.
I think the players actually played really well.
They played so well.
Yeah, it's the best I've played in ages.
I'm just wondering if the occasion was different, would they have beaten City that day? Do you know what I mean? But
I think if the game went off when it was scheduled to go and not the penultimate game before the season, knowing that would essentially...
you would have beaten them.
Because even the chances, do you know what I couldn't get around my head? Son missing a one-on-one.
That was a true captain's finish. That was the captain's finish. I've never loved him more in that moment.
I just remember it in my head all the times that Son has been one-on-one in this Premier League.
He bangs it.
He fights them.
He bangs it.
Pep fell on his back.
Bro.
You saw him running through and thought we're finished.
And I just thought, even the chances that Tottenham did get to finish, it's just like they were passing the ball to the goalkeeper. It was hilarious.
The thing is, we've struggled with being clinical, like, generally most of this calendar year. Like, but chance create, like, and we've struggled with creating. Yeah, exactly. Like, is he staying? I hope not. But like, this is what I mean in terms of we need to raise the level. Like, and Teema Werner is not going to help us raise the level. So yeah, like, in any other chance, obviously Son scores that. It's a different story. But like I said, I think, as a fan, all you want to do is believe in your team and the way that you're going and feeling like you can move forward. And we're finishing, like, I finished this season, like, feeling like that. We actually scored more goals this season than we did last season with Harry Kane. So I think we've also found a way to play without him.
Yeah.
But equally, like, we have a striker in Richarlison. Richarlison can't play more than 5 games in a row without getting injured. So we need to strengthen in up top. We need to strengthen in midfield. So now it's about the club actually backing a manager. It's the first time we've finished the season since 2019 with the same manager, start to finish. Like, we've had 5 years of since we got to the Champions League final. Like, we've had 5 years of just instability, chopping and changing, different players coming in and to play under different managers. And we need to gut the squad. And until that happens, then realistically, I think any manager would be playing with their hands tied behind their back. But yeah, I hope it's Ange that they invest in, and we'll see what happens in the summer.
We've seen that Emerson Royale has been linked with AC Milan and Bayern Munich.
He's their top target. And Bayern Munich want him. Hey, open the checkbook. We'll take the offer. But this is what I mean. Like, I remember sat here on this couch, like, when Destiny's injury was announced before the North London derby, and I said we were finished.
Oh yeah,
and I was correct, because Ben Davies can't play that position, and Emerson Royale, Jesus, and then we were playing Oliver Skip at left back. So, like, this is the problem. Like, we do not have the squad, and yeah, we just have to move it on.
Cool. But, yeah. So, I would love to talk more about Tottenham. Not really. But, okay, let's move on really quickly. For the last 8 to 10 minutes, we're going to figure out our best moments of the season, worst moments of the season. We're going to redo our best XI of this season, now that the season's over, before we wrap up. So let's talk about best moments of the season. It doesn't have to be from your club, can be from anywhere. What are some of your highlights? Lauren, let's start with you.
Was it Leon Bailey that got the third goal at the Emirates? Or was it Ollie Watkins?
They won 2-0.
Oh, was it?
Leon Bailey got the first, no?
Yeah,
Oh,
Bailey got the first.
no, when Ollie
second.
Watkins ran through and made it 2-0, that was one of my favourite moments.
Did you see when Spurs won? No, when Spurs lost against City and Aston Villa were confirmed as top 4, Ollie Watkins didn't celebrate. Did you see that picture?
He's an Arsenal
Yeah.
fan.
He's an Arsenal fan.
But yeah, they
I'm
were at
sick
their,
and
they
tired
were
of
at their
them
awards
though.
or whatever.
Walcott done it to us last year. Watkins done it to us
Walcott
this year.
even tweeted, let's go Arsenal.
And then they
man.
want to come,
Even
we're
Mesut,
such a...
even Mesut Ozil, like, do you know how many did the same Arsenal fans who cussed me out all season? Good luck for the game. Good luck. Oh, you can do it. Fuck off, man. Like, oh God, yeah. No, I was like, yeah.
That's a rest in peace.
Like, honestly, but yeah. So
Teams.
that's one of mine.
One of your highlights.
Favorite moments of the season. Okay, this is not a moment. I think it was against Luton. And
Of course.
Onana.
By Rob Edwards.
Listen, my husband, man. Sorry, don't worry.
your
I'm watching
husband.
the championship next season. Onana, when Onana letting it go, someone tweeted and he had angel wings.
What?
Because he spread out like an eagle. honestly.
What the fuck?
So that's got to be one of my favourites. Sorry, Lauren. My other one was the shameless hat trick that Nick Jackson scored against Spurs.
That's fine. We had 9 men.
I think it was the third one. I was like, too much, my friend. Too much.
Shy?
Chelsea United. Yeah, I think that was the best game of the season.
Oh, Chelsea versus United?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cracking game. Oh shit, it's my turn, isn't it? Oh, I'm trying to think. I don't know, I don't really have a favourite moment. I'm just happy so far.
To be fair, the City-Chelsea draw was a very good game.
Do you know what?
At the end,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an entertaining game.
That
of
was
football.
entertainment.
No, the one at
The one at
Stamford
home.
Bridge.
The one at Stamford Bridge.
The Stamford Bridge was the first one, wasn't it?
The one at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, that was entertaining. Yeah,
That was very entertaining. But I've had some dark moments. And I think the darkest moment was when we lost 2-0 to Brentford at home.
Not 5-0 at Emirates.
You think I barely watched that match? I knew
no.
what time it was.
I think
and
the League
barely
Cup
watched.
final was a very dark moment for me, man.
Again.
Yeah, because I was actually there.
It's when you make that trip to Wembley that kills you. Do you know why Brentford was the worst for me? Yeah, I was hosting a room for Nike and Fanatics, and we had to keep the energy up after the match. How? How? It was dark. It was dark.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shy, what are some of your worst moments? Aston Villa?
No, Fulham.
Did you lose?
We drew. They had 10 men. Zinchenko wanted to do football freestyler. Never forgive him.
Lauren, some of your worst moments?
It's been mentioned, but I think because I was there at the stadium and the catalogue of events,
Yeah, man.
when Mickey's hamstring popped,
Yeah, man.
I nearly wanted to sink to my knees in my seat, and then at the same time seeing Maddison exiting the pitch.
The injuries,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, and then everything that amalgamated after a result of that match, it's a very defining
Oi.
negative moment
Do you
in the
know
season for
that
me, man.
episode is a classic?
No, I watched it. I watched it recently. I watched it recently. Your head was hot.
Your head was hot.
It was on
burning.
Because that was just
I was sat there like, ooh.
yeah. There's a
I
catalogue
wanted to be down the side of the sofa.
yeah, but that was a tough game to take because of not necessarily the game in itself, but like the length of time and the injuries and how long we lost players for, and it just kind of derailed what we were doing. And it's taken someone like Maddison so long to find any form of form and stuff. So yeah, that was a tough game to take.
All right, and let's get down to the nitty gritty. We've got about like 4 to 5 minutes, so please, guys, try not to fight each other, try not to argue. Shy, we understand Van der Ven was in it in the beginning. He's probably not going to be in the team now, okay? So let's start with our best XI of the season so far. Let's start with the goalkeeper. Who are we choosing? As a
Pretty
collective.
average though, haven't they?
Everyone's been average.
Can't we choose the Golden Glove winner?
Martinez.
I'm gonna choose Pickford then, because I actually think to go close to Raya in terms of clean sheets in the relegation side, I'm gonna pick Pickford. I'm not picking Raya, man. He's not even that good.
Are you done?
Raya got protected.
She said Pickford.
Yeah.
Do you know how much we put past Pickford at home?
Okay,
5.
one,
Six.
yeah, okay, one match, but Pickford
Did
is only
you see
what?
the caliber of goals that he let in?
If you let me finish my like,
Sorry,
Pickford,
go on,
Pickford is
go ahead.
only what, maybe 2 clean sheets off of Raya against being in a relegation team. And not having a back four that can protect him, having Ashley Young, Seamus Coleman as part of your back four, I'm gonna give it to Pickford. I don't think any goalkeeper's been amazing personally this season.
You just don't want to give it to Ryan that bad, huh?
What? Please, what? I feel like that the Raya's clean sheets are a result of the back line, not necessarily Raya himself.
Cool. Teams.
Martinez.
Cool. Shy.
David Raya.
Cool. I'll give it to the Golden Glove winner. I'll give it to Raya. Left back.
Oh boy.
Destiny.
Yeah.
I don't think.
you know what?
I
Yeah.
don't think there's been any left back better than him.
I can do you,
personally.
Dogie.
It's not been the best season for fullback.
Shy.
Shy, come on. Who you going to choose?
Dalo.
All right, so 3 against 1 anyway. Your Dogie. 2 centre-backs. Who we partnering?
Gabriel and Saliba.
Anybody disagree?
Saliba and Van der Ven.
Fuck off.
Hey, I'm gonna be tactical. Saliba and Van der Ven.
That's bullshit, bro. How much goals have Tottenham conceded this season?
You don't watch us.
his
You
first-
understand.
I don't care about all of that. How many goals have you conceded this season? Actually, sorry. When Mickey Van der Ven was on his head top, not once, but twice against Alexander Isak, I fucking said, Jesus fuck. Has Gabriel Saliba ever this entire season? No, I'm not having it. There's no way a Tottenham player makes this team again. Like you already. All right, cool. You have the left back.
You're losing your head, bro.
No, he's no way. I'm not doing this
Thank you.
again.
I wasn't even gonna say it until you said it.
That's shameless. You need to override that decision. I'm sorry.
can't
Yeah, you
override-
can. Yeah, you can. It's your
It's
podcast.
2
No, you can.
I wasn't
You
gonna
can.
say Gabriel. Maybe I don't know who the other one was, but it wasn't actually gonna be Van der
There
Ven.
is
But it is
no
now.
way. Van der Ven.
Wait, how many
He
minutes
was
have we
on
got?
his head
Van der
top.
Ven.
We're gonna have to move on, okay?
He was on his head top like he's in
Sleep with the
Dancehall
other one.
Queen.
And so then
I'm putting Saliba Gabriel, so we'll leave it to you guys
I
at
can't lie,
home.
I'm abstaining from the rest of this. This is the integrity is disgusting. There's no integrity. There's
Right
no
back.
integrity in this team.
right back.
I'm doing Saliba Gabriel. We'll leave it to you guys watching to tell us who your centre-back pairing, the best centre-back pairing this season has been. Let's go to right back.
Ben White.
Yeah.
Carl Walker.
I'm abstaining.
Oh, for God's sake.
Okay,
Be
Ben
so
White.
dramatic.
Ben White for me.
Okay,
2
yeah.
against 1. I would have picked Ben White. Midfielders. Should we do a midfield 3 or midfield 2?
Where are we playing?
4 attackers.
Where are we
What are we
playing
doing?
Foden? I think it's got to be Foden.
So we'll do 4 attackers, so midfield 2. If we're putting
Four
Foden as
Foden as an attacker.
as an
So
attacker.
2 midfielders.
2 midfielders.
It's got to be Kevin De Bruyne.
Why is your leg shaking?
Kevin De Bruyne and Odegaard.
Yeah.
Odegaard and Rodri.
Okay. I'm doing Odegaard and Rodri.
Actually, would have gone Rice and Odegaard.
Oh my God, you know, I totally forgot about Rice. I'm doing Rice and Odie. For sure.
That's sorry. The Rodri who hasn't lost a game in a City shirt, and
But I'm putting it
then
down
I'm putting
to...
him. Better.
It's fair. I'm putting it down to Rice and the impact he's made coming into Arsenal, because I feel like it's...
Second from second.
Oh, if you gave me
Nah,
3
but-
midfielders, then I would have put Rice as the third one. But yeah,
I love Rice, so any opportunity to put him there.
Because you
But
think we will...
Anyway, Rice and Odegaard for me. Our 4 attackers. Shah, are you really not going to vote?
Nope.
Okay. Who did
Why's
you
your
do?
leg
let her
shaking like
protest.
leg.
Everybody has the right to protest. Let her protest.
Okay. Attackers. Who we going? So let's talk right wing. Can I put Foden right wing?
Is
Anybody?
he either left or... No,
He's usually
sorry,
right, no?
Palmer.
I'll put Palmer central.
Well, there's extra. So like, regardless, I think for
Palmer,
me,
Foden. This is
Palmer,
not-
Foden,
Kudus?
Ollie Watkins,
Holland?
Yeah, I think that's the 4.
and Haaland.
Palmer, Cole Palmer, Phil Foden, Ollie Watkins, Erling Haaland.
And I think, like, it's hard because I think if Arsenal had won the league, then you would argue, then Saka would be in there. But yeah,
Foden won the Player of the Season. Cole Palmer won Young Player of the Season. Does anybody have an apology they would like to make?
Nope.
oh look, silence. Moving on.
I'm just putting it out there. I said Cole Palmer, Young Player of the Season, and you lot laughed at me. Sorry, what was that? You mumbling under your breath?
Van der Ven. How did he make the team, bro?
For fuck's sake. Let it go.
I'm not letting it go.
He hasn't made the team. We've left it to the audience.
Teema, you have no integrity.
All right.
We know this by now, though. We know this.
Hey, I'm leaving with something.
Don't worry. When Chelsea are good again, and you guys need my vote, and I'll pick names like Jordan Pickford.
Jordan Pickford is shameful.
And
How is it shameful?
No, it's just a shameful vote. When Raya's won the Golden Glove, like, come on. In fact, sorry, Martinez is very shameful too.
Why is that shameful?
Raya's won the Golden Glove.
Does he do this? You know what I mean?
So?
Does he do anything with his shoulders?
Sorry.
Who won the Golden
Apologies.
Glove last season? Was it
Apologies.
Onana?
David De Gea.
Oh, David De Gea. Sorry, yeah. Would you have described David De Gea as the best goalkeeper in the league last season?
One of them. There's not really much of a pool.
Let's wrap this episode up.
That's like,
All right, so goalkeeper, we've got David Raya. Left back, who did we choose again?
Destiny.
Destiny, Dogie. Centre back pairing, you guys will choose for us. Right back, we've got Ben White. Midfield 2, we didn't actually conclude. Was it Rodri and
I
Odegaard?
said Roger and Odegaard, but
I said Odegaard and Kevin De Bruyne.
So Odegaard.
KDB.
Damn, KDB, really?
For me, yeah.
I mean, he's been instrumental in City
And he-
picking up that form, but I'm going to give it to someone that played from game 1 to 38.
Yeah, I'm going to do Odegaard and Rice anyway. So Odegaard and Rice. Attacking front three.
Front four.
Front four.
Front four, sorry. So what, it's a 4-2-2-2. Attacking front four, we've got Phil Foden, Cole Palmer, Ollie Watkins, Erling Haaland. Sounds like a great team, if you ask me. Guys, season's finally done. How are we rating this season? This season was fucking shit.
2 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend.
Would not recommend.
I'm glad it's over.
2023, 2024.
Yeah, this one gave me a bit too much anxiety because
Yeah.
we went to the final day. But honestly, like that moment when Foden scored and
That relief.
had they even finished singing North London Forever, I was like, thank God.
Whatever
Honestly.
the weather.
The script writers are not going to do us dirty today.
Hallelujah.
But,
to
yeah,
that.
it's been a long season.
Well, guys, if you have been watching us from the start of the season to the end of the season, if you picked up halfway through the season, if you picked up towards the end of the season, thank you guys for supporting us. Thank you guys for watching us. Make sure you continue to like our content. Make sure you are following us on all social media platforms at Gold Diggers UK on Twitter and on TikTok and at Gold Diggers UK _ on Instagram. Make sure you're following us all individually on our individual journeys. And guys, we will be back for the Euros. We're going to take a couple weeks off, but once the Euros start, we will be here. Make sure you are tuned in. And before we close out, Lauren, would you like to do the honours? Shame about the Arsenal. Shame about the Arsenal. Shame about the Arsenal. Do you know what? That sounds so much better than what's it called? Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Do you get me? No, it doesn't. Okay, sorry.
That one has a nice ring to it. Nice tune. I thought we
yeah,
harmonised quite well there.
we did harmonise
let's
quite well.
just stay together as the trio. Don't break it up with that chant.
All right, sorry. Anyways, guys, see you guys in a couple of weeks.
Bye.
Bye.